I have spent way too much time with this shotgun, trying to nail down the perfect god roll. My conclusion, there's just a lot of good things on the Heritage Kinetic Slug shotgun, but there's also some drawbacks. Most notably, its one-hit kill range. Now, obviously, the benchmark, like when we talk about slug shotguns, immediately, I think of my beautiful good bone structure with damn near max range and opening shot, Chaperone, even most recently, Duality. There's a lot of good slug shotguns that come to mind, though. We even have a few this season that are new. The Energy Slug Shotgun Bone Chiller, which we 100% want to review, and of course, the Raid Slug Shotgun Heritage. Now, Heritage actually has some pretty poor reviews in regards to PvP. PvE is phenomenal, by the way. I just want to point that out. The curated roll is top notch. Matter of fact, I think if you just have recombination, you're good, man. Whether it's recombination slide shot, recombination auto-loading holster, or even recombination reconstruction, either way it goes, recombination at times 10 does almost twice the damage. It's substantial. And considering that this is a kinetic shotgun, it's doing 10% more damage over weapons like first in, last out by default as it's present in that kinetic slot. Heritage is by far the best PvE slug shotgun in the game. Whether it's DPS phases or even chewing through champions, Heritage is hands down your go-to shotgun. And I would advise on that front, reconstruction really is good, especially combined here with a magazine perk, starting off with a damage phase. Those would be the options I would go for. Even over something like Thresh. I know Thresh is present here for PvE players. Disregard it. You can just get a primary weapon with Thresh. There are many other means to get your super back extremely faster. Don't waste it on a shotgun. And I know we're not talking about dual loader down here. Look, dual loader is, it's a hard sell. Yes, you load 2 shells at a time, but that reduction in reload speed is god-awful. But with all that being said, we've established that Heritage is a phenomenal PvE weapon. That's great. Let's talk about this 2.5 star rating on Light GG inside of PvP though. Why is it that this beautiful slug shotgun has such piss poor reviews in PvP? Especially considering you can roll with things like slide shot, killing wind, slide shot, snapshot, moving target, slide shot, and of course, for those that like to get extra kinky, you got hipfire, which I wouldn't recommend. Hipfire is fun, but let's be real, the red dot on this gun is phenomenal. Why wouldn't you want to aim down sights? Thus began our quest to find the PvP god roll of this weapon. I went through a lot of them, guys. If there's one thing that the raid has graced us, it is a bunch of heritages. My conclusion, they're all good. That's really what this really boils down to. You see, Heritage has a very hard 12-meter cap when you proc things like slide shot, maybe even slide shot killing wind. The reality is, though, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to secure kill past 11.5 meters. There are perks, of course, that allow that to extend itself by about half a meter. Opening shot was the most reliable one. Matter of fact, opening shot was so good, you can have piss poor stats everywhere, including terrible range stat, and opening shot would make up for that. But again, that's on the opening shot of an attack. That is not present here on Heritage. And if it was, my God, Heritage probably would have replaced Chaperone for many slug users. I know we're coming off kind of sacrilegious here. The Church of Chaperone would never accept this kind of talk, but that's how good Heritage has felt. You see, within that 11.5 meter range or less, this shotgun has rewarded us the most satisfying slug shotgun kills I have ever experienced. It feels phenomenal. Now, the 2 rolls I actually ended up marrying myself to out of all of these was actually a combination of full bore Aztecross rounds, slide shot, and either moving target or snapshot. Now, you don't have to use snapshot. A lot of people would prefer moving target. And I would say if you're not good at flicking, hands down, just go with moving target. It aims for you in a lot of situations. The increase in target acquisition is noticeable, especially when you shoot somebody from behind. Like, a weapon has good target acquisition when you shoot them in the back of the head, but it's not really their head because they're sprinting away from you, and it still snags you a crit shot. That's what moving target can provide you. Although there is a level of snappiness that comes from snapshot sights that is addicting. Now, like, once you go snapshot on a slug shotgun, it's hard going back. My recommendation on this is to still try to make something like moving target work and utilize your shotgun targeting mods. Remember, dexterity mods affects the handling of the weapon, so of course the swap speed, etc., which is nice. But where you get in trouble on slug shotguns is the ADS speed. And targeting mods not only increase the target acquisition of that particular weapon, but it also increases your actual ADS time, making your weapon feel snappier. There's a reason why you love to rock targeting mods for your slow handling weapons. It adds a level of snappiness, although not as good as snapshot. Now, what's even funnier is you can take snapshot, Combine it with targeting perks, and you just got crazy snappiness, which is, yeah, addicting. It's hard to go back. And when you get used to this level of snappiness, no matter the situation, you feel comfortable with this slug shotgun. I'm gonna leave both snapshot and moving target completely up to you guys on which one you like more. I think in most real situations, moving target will probably be your best bet. With those that like to play a little more aggressively and don't necessarily like to draw targets or bait targets with their shotgun, snapshot may be the route to go. Now, what about Killing Wind? Killing Wind increases mobility, weapon range, and handling for a short duration, and essentially can secure you a kill at 12 meters. Now, could it go beyond that with something like slide shot being procced? Yes, perhaps, although finicky, not practical. Matter of fact, slide shot often bamboozles me. The boost to range seems hardly noticeable at times due to either it timing out too quickly, and sometimes I wonder if it's even proccing. I know it does. I've used slide shot on multiple weapons, especially primary weapons, but it appears that slide shot, at least in my experience, is finicky on slug shotguns. Just saying. However, with something like Killing Wind though, chaining kill to kill with that increase in weapon range, especially the handling buff, is extremely nice. And as far as mobility goes, pairing this with certain exotics, most notably Dragon's Shadow, was very nice here on Pancake's character. And by the way, big shout out to Pancake for allowing me to use his Killing Wind role. Did I find Killing Wind to be necessary? No, it was a nice added cherry. The ability to bump your range up just slightly in terms of that half a meter, as well as the mobility bumps, was nice. My problem with Killing Wind is it is a very good trait and something I'm able to take advantage of on farther reaching weapons, most notably primaries or even sniper rifles, but on a shotgun, I found it difficult to get to my next target in time to take advantage of Killing Wind. Matter of fact, I found myself dying a bunch just trying to make it to the next target while Killing Wind was procced. The trait just does not last long enough, at least not for a shotgun, which is why I always wish that traits works dynamically inside of Destiny versus just being static, as it greatly affects the different weapon types it's present on. Killing Wind, for instance, on a shotgun, I would have preferred it to last maybe a few seconds longer. This is not an issue again for far-reaching weapons, but it definitely is an issue here for this Slug shotgun. If Killing Wind ever gets a buff in duration, hands down would be the way to go. As of now though, I found myself leaning more towards snapshot and moving target. Overall guys, I think Heritage is a much better Slug shotgun than what people are giving it credit for. The problem that Heritage and other legendary shotguns face though is an obvious floor to their range. Why Bungie has done this, I don't know. But for some reason, legendary shotguns and even other exotics outside of Chaperone run into that 12-meter floor. So it's always hard for us to actually say, yeah, this legendary shotgun is hands down the way to go when you've got Chaperone that can absolutely map, as well as Fellwinter's Lie that can also map and also has opening shot and crazy forgiveness. Where Heritage makes up for it though, where it actually shines over other Slug shotguns, even over Chaperone, is in how good the weapon actually feels. Maybe it's due to the aim assist on this weapon being much higher than other Slug shotties, at least other legendary Slug shotties. I think a huge reason why I love this shotgun is the fact that I can rock things like Icarus on it and finally use my Slug shotgun capabilities in air, which I gotta say is actually pretty consistent. And it actually takes a lot of people by surprise. They're just not expecting to be mapped in that way or in that fashion, especially when you got a Guardian coming at you, flying through the air, and all of a sudden, bam, they land a Slug shotgun kill. If Bungie ever does go in there and actually adjust Slug shotguns and lift the cap on its range, Heritage is going to be a monster. They're either going to do that or they're going to go in there and nerf Fellwinter, like one or the other. Really, guys, shotguns are next on the chopping block. For both PvP and PvE, Slug shotguns are going to be adjusted inside of PvE at some point due to like combos like first in, last out and Anarchy, or in this situation, Heritage. I personally like how powerful Slug shotguns are inside of PvE, and I hope they remain as powerful as they are, but I feel like Bungie is gonna rein them in. Hopefully not for a while though. But as for PvP players, Heritage is a great option for you, but it still requires essentially the same play style every other Slug shotgun requires, which is a level of patience, major precision, and incredible map awareness when it comes to knowing where your enemies are present. So guys, that is our thoughts on Heritage. Again, the next Slug shotgun we're probably gonna be reviewing is the Bone Chiller. Yeah, that weapon is interesting. It's present in energy slots. It too is a Slug shotgun, but it comes with opening shot. Not only opening shot, but opening shot firmly planted, as well as things like accurized rounds and other range boosting barrel perks. So if you have those trait combinations on your shotgun and you're in my Discord, hey, reach out to us. We'd love to just chat with you and ask you how your roll is doing for you. It sounds disgusting. It's got terrible reviews though inside of Crucible. I don't know why it's got a 1.6 out of 5 stars. That seems awful. It might feel terrible though. I don't know. All I can tell you, the trait combination of firmly planting opening shot sounds like heaven for Slug shotgun users, but we'll see. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.